I don't know whether you're watching me in the morning, in the noontime, or even at night, but wherever you are, receive our greetings from Hope and Live. My name is Dr. Sarah Mushai. You can call me Mama Shiro, as I'm popularly known. And thank you so much for giving me your ears this time that you're watching, and even your eyes. I'm so grateful. As I come to you again, I'm speaking from a point of a counseling psychologist. I'm also speaking from the point of a spiritual mentor, where I speak so much of what God can do in our lives, even as caregivers, and knowing that it's God who renews our strength. He's the one who makes us move from one glory to another, and He makes us to have more grace each day. Thank you for tuning in to listen to me. And so today I'm going to speak about the judgments we go through as caregivers. I'm calling it Shadow of Judgment. Shadow of Judgment for a caregiver. This is where we go through experiences where people or other people perceive us, or the way they see us, as if we have some few shortcomings. To me, it is criticism, but I'm calling it judgment again. So when you say criticism, there can be positive criticism and negative criticism. And positive criticism can help us to move and advance and do a lot of things. But are you aware that words have energy? Are you aware that words have a lot of energy? And words can make you feel like you want to crash. And again, at the same time, words can build you up. And when we hear words from people, they are able to break us up, or they are able to motivate us. So depending on the words that we hear, we see they are very key in the role of a caregiver, because a caregiver is waiting to hear, will they be thanked? Will they be appreciated? Will they be told that they are doing a good job? And for that reason, they will feel motivated when they are encouraged. But at the same time, there are words that we hear. There are things that are said about us, and they actually make us crash. And today I want to speak about how do we overcome that spirit of being crushed. How do we overcome? Because most likely, because of the situation we are in, because of how we feel overwhelmed, because of how we feel like things are not working, the many words that may speak louder to us are the words that are of criticism, because we feel like nobody understands us. We feel like nobody really understands our role. And I want to say this. We may blame the society, or we may not blame it, but mainly it comes because of ignorance, because of misconceptions that are coming from people who do not know that we are straining financially, people who do not know that we are sometimes emotionally fatigued, people who do not know that maybe you did not sleep at night. As a caregiver, you may have spent a whole night looking at that child who is enabled differently, a child who is autistic, a child who has cerebral palsy. Maybe you're looking at that patient who has been told they're not going to live for long. Maybe you're looking at that and your eyes have to be on watch 24/7. You're feeling like, I need to take care of this person. But when it comes to daytime, somebody assumes there is nothing you have been doing. They see you sleepy and they may not understand, why are you looking sleepy? It is just in the morning. What have you been doing? And so I look at it as something that comes from maybe misunderstanding, maybe because of the cultural expectations. People judge us because of the culture that we have come from. Somehow they do not understand why a man can change their mother. Why should you change your mother? Diaper. This is your mother. These are cultural expectations. They don't expect you to maybe to nurse your own child, because according to culture, a father cannot take care of their own daughter or their own son because of the way we are socialized. So these are judgments we are going through. Recently, I met a gentleman who told me that because he has been taking care of the granddaughter, he has been told that he has been abusing her. These are not good words to hear when you know you have sacrificed so much, but somebody may not understand. But all this is because of the cultural expectations. So we see there are things that make us or make people judge us, and sometimes they cannot understand what we are going through. Judgment can also come as a result of the much cover-up that we do. We do a lot of cover-up of maybe the loved ones we are taking care of. We don't go telling people all the stories. We don't go opening up to everybody. And for that reason, we are judged. We are judged that we are liars. We are judged that we are hypocrites. We are judged that we are not delivering. These are things that may cause us to be judged. But now when you get there, what do you do? When you are now judged, how do you behave? You need to be wise. I want to quote a phrase by Martin Luther, who said that you may not stop the birds from flying over your head, but you can stop them from building a nest on your head. So in this case, even as judgments come, it's you to choose. What do you do with the judgments? What is this that you will do differently? You have been criticized negatively. Do you sit there? But I look at the different criticism that comes on our way. Mainly, one of them is caregiving is not a big job. It should not make you tired. You're only going around this patient. You're only going around this child enabled differently. They are only looking at you like you're looking at that mother day in, day out. They don't see it as a big role. So one of the things that, again, people think that where we are really judged negatively is people imagine it's not a real job. It's not major work. Nobody will understand that I am tired just because I've taken care of Shiro. They don't see as if there is a load to carry. So with that, you find there is a lot of misconceptions around that. Another thing that I've found people being judged negatively is when we are told we are too emotional. I don't know whether you are a caregiver and you've experienced that. Somebody anakuuliza, kwani unalialia? Don't you know that there are also other people who are struggling, that we are over emotional? And this is true. To me, this is real. I sometimes will hear some words through my ears and I'm like, what has this person told me? That I should not cry, tears should not be seen when I'm hurt. But I'm hurting. I may be looking back of what I've been doing through the day. I look at the effort I've been putting on my baby, and I see somebody not seeing like I've done anything, and it's likely that one can become emotional. And this is very possible. Another area where we are looked at as if we have a challenge is we spend so much. Somebody may not understand, why aren't you doing something that is productive, yet you seem to have so much money? Some people might consider you to be lazy. Just because you keep asking for maybe money, you keep on asking for help, you keep on sourcing for funds, and just because what you're doing is very involving. The other day I narrated to you how much we use on diapers. And I'm imagining the caregivers who are using diapers out there, the medication they're having. And so it's likely that you can be looked at as a person who is very demanding. You're too costly to keep. You're too costly to maintain just because you're a caregiver. And somebody has not really looked through your budgets. They have not understood what you're going through. So it's likely that as a caregiver, you're seen as somebody who is overspending. You're seen as somebody who is lazy. You're seen as somebody who is very emotional. I remember one time I was in hospital and my daughter was really going through a moment of her instability. I would see that I would lose her anytime. And this nurse walked to me and told me, why are you keeping on crying? Why are you crying? After all, there are many who are dying. You should not cry. Your child is going to looks like they are not really in a critical condition. Others are dying. And I'm like, that is them. This is my daughter who looks again unstable. And so her feelings, I feel for her. So there are things that we are judged for. We are judged about by other people just because they lack the understanding. Then now, how do we overcome it? You are judged. And we have said we shall not allow the birds to build a nest on our head. As I said, words have a lot of energy, but it's you to make a choice. What will you allow to sink into your heart? As a caregiver, you have a right to choose. That you must validate your feelings. The moment you feel you're annoyed, let it be you're annoyed. Just the way the Bible says, let your yes be a yes and your no be a no. So there is nothing like pretending. We need to come out and say, this is how I feel. Validate your feelings. Some people will think that we are seeking for favors. Some people will think that you are seeking for sympathy. That is how, again, we are judged, that we are seeking for sympathy, that we are seeking for favors. You want people to feel, to have mercy on you. And this time you're like, but no, I am a human being, and what I'm feeling is because I can't work today. I was unable to attend my daughter this morning, and so I need maybe one day off just to go and check on my daughter. Validate what you think you should do for the person you're taking care of. I recently read of a story of this person who was complaining of one of the workers who would always be late for work, until one day they saw them with their mother, sickling mother, who was very sick, and they felt that they are very guilty. They have been mistreating the employee just because they thought he's late, just because of wanting to be late, until they realize that he has been taking care of a sickling mother. So some of these things you need to also speak them out. Let people know what you're going through. As much as they judge you, let them understand that this is what you're encountering. This is a season where your child or the person you're taking care of need you most. Very, very important. At the same time, as you go through this moment of judgment, you need to ask yourself, am I okay by behaving the way I'm behaving? Am I all right? If this is something that you can sensitize people about, go ahead. Educate people. Let's do what you're calling psychoeducation. Let's sensitize people so that even as they judge us, they may know where we are coming from. I think the biggest challenge we have is we do a lot of cover-up. We don't want to say that sometimes you get emotionally drained. Sometimes you get emotionally fatigued. So I pray that you as a caregiver, even as you go through the issue of judgment, it's important you take it up. Let us sensitize people. Let us do what I'm calling psychoeducation and tell people what exactly we go through, even as we go through the season of judgment. As a caregiver, I know this is likely to weigh you heavy, but look at it positively. To me, I feel that the stones that they are throwing to you as a caregiver, those critics that they are releasing them to you, don't just undermine them. Let them be the staircase that will make you to go to the next level. Use those stones that they'll be thrown to you to make a monument. Take them positively and just say, like I've been saying, that all things work out together for good to them that love the Lord and to those he has called according to his purpose. Turn them to be important. Turn your pains into purpose. Just convert your hardship into strength. Let that rejection that you could be suffering them, just use it as a redirection. Take you to the next level where you are able to think positively about yourself and think positively about the people who surround you and think positively about the person you're taking care of. Just the same way we talk about Jesus, who went through all the sufferings for our sake. I know that which you are going through can make you suffer, but look at the outcome. It's going to be better. Your child is going to receive better care. The person you're taking care of, the loved one that you're taking care of, is going to have more blessing just because you overcame the judgment. So don't stick there and dwell on judgment. I pray that you may plan for the future of the person that you're taking care of. That will change your focus into thinking more positively and having a purposive life. So instead of dwelling on the judgment, now think positively and see yourself getting into a more purposive life. A life that is more dignified, a life where you have changed your life. Somebody said, and this is a gentleman by this name Pablo, he said that life is better. You're more rich when you share your life with others. So if you have been waiting to get more wealth, just know already by what you're doing, that is enough wealth, that you're sharing your life with another person, and that is the purpose of life. So I pray that you may look at it positively and overcome those judgments, and at the end of the day, you will say, it's a well-lived life. Even if it is draining, even if it is stressful, even if you have been judged negatively, but look at it as a thing that will make you think, what else can I do for myself? What else can I do for the person I'm taking care of? That is the way to go. So judgments will come. Allow me to tell you again and again, you're not going to change people's attitude. You're not going to change people's way of thinking, but you can change the way you conceive what is said about you. By looking at it positively and saying you're going to make it better and it's going to make you live a purposive life. Thank you so much for listening to me. You're such a hero. You're so good. And I'm happy that you're going the direction you're taking. Listening to our messages that will change the attitude and the way you see life, even when things are said negatively about you. My name is Sarah Mushai from Hope and Live, and today I'm telling you, turn your pain into purpose. Tumaini pekee. Wacha tuangalie maisha kama vile itakuwa ya kutufurahisha na kufurahisha wale tunaangalia. Asante sana. Thank you.